There's a big giant gash over here, so that's on the side of the box. She has been bumped into, but that side seems to be good. And this side seems to be good, except the bump, of course. Then if we go over here, this all looks normal. But then we go over here, look. There is a giant hole here. And they've put tape and some kind of cardboard paper around it. Welcome back to the Rebel Drifter YouTube channel. Time to unbox another honey, which is of course really dope. Alright, so I'm being a little bit skeptical with my face. I am still, of course, very excited that there are still many companies that want to work with me, which is amazing. So like I said, as far as I know, this is a SEdoll coming from a warehouse in Germany where they have stock built up. And this is just a ready-to-go honey coming towards me. Nothing special. I didn't customize anything. Well, nothing special. It's always special, but I mean, it's not special to me in the sense that I chose anything specific. And of course, I had to get my my mic that's on my chest right now installed, because that gives way better audio regarding my voice. So let's open up the package gently. Of course, the PC foam, which is of course a nice big chunk again with the whole area of the lady infused or imprinted on there. She is in a blanket, which I love to see, of course. We have our head at the feet's end. We have a specific clothing piece. We have our wig. We have our SEdoll goodie bag, which is also nice because more and more companies are starting to stamp their own bags, which is really cool. We have a very cool certificate of authenticity with a little scratch layer on there. And we have a very nice silicone doll user guide. Ooh, it's like almost like velvet. Feels very soft or suede. Drying stick, SEdoll branded USB warming wand, water bottle for rinsing, and a golden egg, ladies and gentlemen, but it's actually a comb or a brush, which is also really nice. And then we have their beautiful bag. I just took out the accessories. We have her right here, as you can see, because of the chest, of course. And then we have the head at the bottom. I left that one in. Everything else was just here. No extra foam or blocks or whatever. They did put in a wooden plank for the feet area, which is good. And they also put in a wooden plank for the head area, but it feels a little bit more snug. There's not a lot of room to be had, so we're going to have to wait and see how the neck looks. It seems to be straight, as far as I can see here. And they actually put the fabric or the cloth around the neck first before inserting the plank, so that's also very nice. There is, of course, like I see here, foam on the side, which I didn't actually show you guys just now. The box has some edges that are trying to break free from the little staples in there, but it's nothing really bad. She also has that same foam that we took off from the top on her bottom side. And the head, as you can see, is very well packed in specific foam with a specific number on there. And I also feel a face shield in here, so that's good. It's actually a nice foam bag where she's in. She has a face shield with a visor, so extra protection for the eyes, which is also pretty cool. And then there's some tape around her head because it's an ROS head, which I did not expect actually. She looks very happy. Let's see, yeah, oh yeah, and the jaw actually works very well too. And here's the head. There we go. Put the camera a little bit to the front because we needed to get a little bit more light going. Very nicely detailed head. It feels soft, even though I think it's a little bit of a hard head, but you know, this is all very cool. You can see some excess silicone here and there, and of course her teeth protruding on this side, teeth on this side as well. And then I don't know how far we can stretch the jaw. Kind of like this. It's difficult to now look into her mouth, but she does, when we put her mouth back, look happy. She has a faint smile, which I think is really nice. The eyes are easily adjustable, and it feels like a very sturdy head, so that's also very cool. And of course, the quick connect is already installed. I did not see a threaded connector. Alright, so this is the rest of the box overview. As you can see, the foam was on the bottom, but there was this area that exploded, like I told you guys about. And that got stuck to something. It also got stuck to the blankie just now, so when I tried to lift her out, I almost took this whole area with me, but you know, that sometimes happens. This foam can be very, you know, toxic and aggressive, but it does do a very good job of molding itself to the body of the lady and then also preventing damage and impact. All right, the keen-eyed viewer might see that the neck is a little bit like that, but as I can show you right now, it's in a very good state. Look, there's literally nothing on there. There's no crud. Wait, is there? No, that's from the thingy itself. It's completely clean. Other than that, she looks from the front very realistic, very detailed, and yeah, just, you know, very nice. Look at these abs right here. It's amazing. I like that already. And just the fact with how the skin looks. Since we know that the neck is in pretty much perfect condition, we're just gonna plop on the head like so. Oh, is it? I think it's a special connector. And you can also use the neck. So her head, when you look at her from the side, when her ear is here, her head can do this, but then her neck can also do that. So it's the same principle as my hand doing this, and then my hand doing also this, but you're able to do this as well. But there is something weird with her eye. Maybe that's also something that came from shipping. Look, if I go towards her eye and I zoom in, I'm going to try and get as close as possible. Very nicely done though, but look, when I move her eye up, see? You can see that there is this area right here. There's something, you can see how it's made, but it almost looks like the eye is completely wrong in, oh, I already see it. It needs to be turned around. So the eye is wide like this one, but it's now put up in this way. So I'll probably have to turn the eye a little bit around. Maybe it got shook a little bit, so we can fix that easily. But that's the first time that I see this. Nothing bad, thankfully. But like I said, you can see that this whole area here is just weird now, see? So I need to turn that around. Maybe I can do that while we're filming. There we go, that's almost already better. There. I think that's a lot better. Okay, perfect. So they make, oh, I took a little bit of the eyelashes off. They don't make full eyes, I think. They're more like, how do you say that, a wide model. But you know, you can't actually see it now anymore. And I do like it because it means that you can actually take out the eyes very easily and even swap them out. Some brands have the eyes so deep embedded in there with like a spring and everything, and it's actually very difficult to get them out. But this SEdoll seems to be very user-friendly in my opinion. Look, so this is going to be pretty cool. Look at that. You guys see it? The whole upper area. But yeah, again, very nicely done. Very cool that this goes all the way to the back. Of course, with the bones intact. So we're going to go over to the turning. Look, with one hand, people. You can see that this area of the arm is not going to turn with the hand regarding the silicone. So what you're going to get is twisted silicone here. But it's not that bad. I've seen other companies do it way worse, and the silicone actually moves a lot different here than it does at those other companies. When you turn like this, it seems all right, but when you go into extremes, like turn it all the way over here, you're going to see this area right here. But again, not bad at all. So we're going to look at the palm side as well. Seems to look good. A little bit of extra silicone, but very clean. Very nicely detailed. And now we're going to go over to the other one real quick, because we know, oh, of course, already know how this all works. You can see the veins in there. This one you can turn with one hand too. Perfect. See, they will bend, but it is scary in my opinion. These feel a lot harder. Some crud on there, which I probably have to get off with a washcloth or something. They do this, of course, as well, which is nice too. And a little bit back. I'm not going to overstress that too much. You can see the sock right here. It's not really that apparent, but we don't have bones in the toes, so for me it's not really that big of a deal. I know that there are people that would really like to see more bones in the toes, but I am not a foot fetish person. I just put on socks on the ladies and then, you know, just put them in shoes and be done. It is uncanny how they make the bottom side feel like a real foot. And this one as well. Oh, there we go. It looks very good. The veins and the details. And there's a little bone sticking out over here. And this is how she looks from the back. She's actually a C cup and she is 165 centimeters tall. If I'm not mistaken, her name is Regina. You can find her, of course, on the SEdoll website. I arched her a little bit backwards so her chest could pop out a little bit more. Again, the elbows look really good too. The hands are really nice. Her caboose is really nice too. It's not really that soft, as you can see. There's a little bit of a dent here. Yeah, there you go. It's already off. And I think here as well, that's just from shipping and the skeleton being in a specific place. And then, like I said, everything else seems to be in a very proper and nice state. It's pretty much immaculate. I mean, she came in with a pretty broken box and she seems to be unscathed by the transportation. I have to hold her steady. And she has her bikini on. And of course the shoes. So I think she's around 33 to 34 kilograms. As you can see, she's now at 35 and a half. But, you know, deduct the bikini, deduct the shoes and the socks, and if you want, even the wig and the head. So I think she's going to be around 33 kilograms regarding body. So that's really not that heavy. It looks 35 kilograms on the weighing scale, but when I pick her up, it really doesn't feel like that. It feels more like around 25 or 30. All right, so this was the unboxing of Regina, the 165 centimeter C cup lady. She was a EU warehouse in stock doll. She was here in between a couple of days. It took less than a week. And I want to thank SEdoll again for the collaboration. Go check out SEdoll on their website regarding their beautiful ladies that they make. They have all sorts and sizes and different add-ons and features, so please check them out. And yeah, from me and Regina, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great rest of your week and an early weekend maybe.